And we are live. Good evening, everyone. Let me go live on Instagram. Good evening, stand by. My name is Dr. Linda Mitchell, and I'm going live on all of my platforms here. We're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, and we are live on Instagram. And good evening. How are you guys doing? I missed y'all last week. Hopefully you missed me. It was April Fool's Day, and the clock got away from me, so I had to reschedule for tonight. And so tonight we are going to be covering two topics. But first, for those that don't know me, my name is Dr. Linda Mitchell. I'm a holistic health coach. I am an author and the owner, along with my husband, David, of Sweetheart Mitchell Collection, a health and wellness business that inspires you to be your best from the inside out. I made the commitment to go live as many Mondays as I can in 2024 and share juicing recipes that help you with everything from high blood pressure, high cholesterol, sinus problems, headaches, migraines. Those are the topics that we're going to be talking about tonight. But all throughout the year, I'm going to be going live and sharing 30-minute clips of me making a juice that can help inspire you to be healthier on the inside out. So let me do my little commercial tonight. This is my commercial for our business, Sweetheart Mitchell Collection. This is our Island Breeze with shea butter. It's a shea butter that's a moisturizer for your skin. It's 100% organic, and it's used to moisturize your skin from head to toe. I tell my customers, I said, put it next to your bed, and then put it on your neck at night, put it on your elbows, put it on your hands, put it on your feet. Look at that. It's whipped to a T, and it smells absolutely amazing. Try to get the perfect view. There it is. Look at that. Woo-wee! She is gorgeous. And it's our Island Breeze whipped shea butter. It smells amazing. If you want to know what it smells like pineapples, mangoes, and coconut. Reminds you of hold on one second. It says my stream was deleted on Facebook. So let me go live on Facebook. Okay, hold on. I got to go live on Facebook. Let me add Facebook. Delete on Facebook. A post was created on Facebook for this. Delete it. No, I don't want to. Just bear with me. I got to get my Facebook out. Let's see. Facebook. View on Facebook. Let me add. I need to add Facebook back to my StreamYard. You're about to view a stream on Facebook. Continue. Y'all bear with me while I get all my ducks in a row here. Okay, so let's see. There. And we can go in the studio. And I wonder why it was deleted on Facebook. Looks like this stream was deleted on Facebook. Try creating a new stream or just remove this destination. All right, so I got to go back. Bear with me. I'll be right back. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Okay, it looks like we are live. All right. So again, my name is Dr. Linda Mitchell. I'm a holistic health coach. I'm an author and owner of Sweetheart Mitchell Collection, a health and wellness business with my husband, David Mitchell. We provide health and wellness products to inspire you to live your best life from the inside out. And tonight I'm going live because I want to share a couple juicing recipes. But first, let me do my infomercial. This is our Island Breeze Whipped Shea Butter. It's a moisturizer for your skin. We make it fresh right here in this state-of-the-art kitchen. It's an organic shea butter. It's a moisturizer for your skin. Our Island Breeze is for normal to dry skin, and it's whipped to a T. It's very fluffy and very soft, and it goes on nice and smooth, but it also smells absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. It reminds you of when you were on vacation. Yes. And it reminds you of something that you would put on while you're laying next to the pool or at the beach. That's our Island Breeze Whipped Shea Butter. You gotta try it. Go to our website, www.sweetheartmitchellcollection.com. Again, www.sweetheartmitchellcollection.com, and order yours today. Mark my words, your family will absolutely love it. Hey, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Bradley, good evening. Good evening, Kia. So glad to have you guys on tonight. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We've got 2 juicing recipes to share tonight, and we're already running behind. So I'm going to tell y'all, anything that you're going to do in life that's worth doing, you're going to have some challenges. Every time I'm ready to go live at 7:30, I run into challenges, but that's God telling me to persevere. Keep going, my child. I see you. I see your efforts, and I will reward you for your efforts. No matter what tries to come up against you, you always persevere, and I do. I always persevere and push and press because I know who I am. I know who I am. I'm a child of God. And I know this is the gift that he's given me. I've been juicing for, my daughters are 25 and 28, and I've been juicing since they were toddlers, okay? And so everything that I've learned over the years about juicing, I just get on here on Mondays and just share what I can to inspire you to allow juicing to be a part of your family. It's an absolute lifestyle. It's not something that you do and then put it under the shelf. It's an absolute lifestyle, juicing, and it requires a big commitment, but it's so worth it because everything that you run through that juicer is your medicine. So I encourage you to incorporate juicing into your lifestyle, incorporate it into your family, let the kids get involved. They make knives for kids that are not sharp, where kids can cut vegetables up and cut the fruits up with you in the kitchen. You can monitor them. They can have an apron on. It could be a really beautiful family experience doing some juicing with the family. And then you can let the kids create recipes and mix the fruits and vegetables up and taste it and tell you if they like it or if they don't like it. Juicing can really be a beautiful family experience. And at the same time, you're healing your family. You're keeping them healthy by allowing that family experience to affect everybody in the family. They get involved and then they drink the juices and they stay healthy, right? Right. All right. So we're going to start by sharing I got to cut some stuff up because I was running behind today, y'all. So y'all get to see me cut a pineapple up. So I have my 2 fruits and vegetables from my recipes that we're going to be doing soaking in the sink now. And so we're going to start with, because it's that time of year where your sinuses might be kicking up. And so I'm going to go ahead and ask my virtual assistant, Bradley, if she will go ahead and post the recipe for tonight. Go ahead and post the one with the sinuses, for the sinuses. So a lot of times this time of year, we have watery eyes, we have sneezing, we have congestion, right? And we need support. We need support on the inside to help us get rid of a lot of these symptoms. These symptoms are usually associated with the sinuses because we are out in the elements and we have the pollen, right? The yellow stuff we see all over the car. And so tonight's recipe is to help you clean the inside of your sinuses, to help you to get rid of a lot of the conditions that you might be having as a result of it being spring and the pollen being everywhere, okay? So we're going to start with, I'm going to list the ingredients out, and then I'm going to go into cutting my pineapple. I'll show you guys how I cut my pineapples up in case you're interested in learning how to do it. We do a lot of chopping up and cutting up of pineapples, and I got a really fast, easy way to do it, and I'll share that with you tonight. So the ingredients that we're going to be using tonight, we're going to have 1 large cucumber, 2 to 4 carrots, 1/2 to 1 cup of pineapple chunks, 1 to 2 inches of fresh ginger. We're going to have 1/2 to 1 full lemon. And also we're going to add some fresh mint leaves in there. Okay. And I'm going to share with you why these different ingredients are recommended for the recipe. But first I want to go into cutting up my pineapple. Okay, so I do wash the outside of my pineapple. I encourage you guys to do the same, okay? The good thing about washing your pineapple is you're getting that excess germs and dirt off the pineapple. You don't know whose dock or where that pineapple has been as they brought it to this area, and so you just want to be careful, and you just want to wash the outside of the pineapple. Now, a lot of us these days, we use that pineapple skin to make teas and to make other drinks and juices that help us to be healthy on the inside. So we're not going to be using the pineapple skin tonight, but that is the in thing now, is using the pineapple skin to help you to be healthy. It has a lot of benefits, the skin of the pineapple. It helps with antioxidants, you know, and that's one thing that I want to say is that a lot of times we throw away the actual skin of our fruits and vegetables, but there's a lot of nourishments in our fruits and vegetables. So I want to start encouraging you guys to scrub your fruits and vegetables to allow yourself to use the skin so you can get those beautiful benefits from them, okay? I don't know where I would be without my garbage disposal. My garbage disposal is my #1 tool in my kitchen that I absolutely love. And so I don't know where I would be without it. All right, so here we go. So you're going to take your pineapple and you're going to just cut off the top of the pineapple. That's where we're going to start. Okay. Now, once you cut the top off the pineapple, you're going to put that aside because I'm going to show you guys a way that you can grow your own pineapples by just using the top. So we're going to put that aside for now, but I'm going to teach you something about how to grow a pineapple plant. It's a very pretty plant that you can have in your home. All right, so once you take the top off, you're going to go ahead and chop the bottom of the pineapple off, okay? And then you're going to cut it in half. Okay? I'm going to take this half and put it aside because we only need half today. So now you got a half of a pineapple. You're going to cut that half in half. Now, another thing that's the in thing to do now is to use the inside of the pineapple as well. This piece right here that we normally cut off and throw it away, we're going to juice this tonight, y'all. It is a lot of nutrients and vitamins and minerals in this core. This is called the core part of the pineapple. We're going to juice that tonight, okay? Has a lot of nutrients in it, right? I'm putting these in my bowl over here so we can start getting our recipe together. Thanks for joining tonight. For those that are in here, yes, be careful to wash your ingredients. It's very important because you want to get wash all of your ingredients because you want to get all those pesticides and all that dirt off of the fruits and vegetables. Okay, so I've got my pineapple cut into 3 slices. That's the first half, 2, 3. I'm going to take my skin and put it aside. Okay, and now I'm going to take this other half and I'm going to slice it 1, 2 in the middle like this. Let me show you. I just put 2 slices in the middle and then I'm cutting from the side. This is a fast, easy way to cut pineapples if you're juicing them. Okay, And that's going to give you your 3 pieces. Okay? So again, our recipe calls for 1/2 to 1 cup of pineapples. But we're going to use all of that. We're going to use 1/2 a pineapple. Okay? All right. So the next ingredient that's in our recipe is 1 medium cucumber. Okay? So this is a medium to large cucumber. It looks like a lot more of a large cucumber. I like using large cucumbers. Cut it in half, and you're gonna slice it the long way, but you gotta slice it so it's juicer friendly. And so everything is sliced long so it can go down into the juicer. And we're using all of this pineapple because pineapples are great hydration. They help to keep you hydrated. A lot of us don't drink the amount of water that we need to drink on a daily basis, which is half of our body weight in water. So things like pineapples and watermelons, they help us to get our extra water in. All right, so this is what I have so far. I've got my pineapples in there, and I've got my 1 large cucumber in there. Okay, the next ingredient we're gonna do is 2 to 4 carrots. Now this is up to you how many carrots you put in here. I like to put a lot of carrots in my recipe because not only are they great for your eyes, carrots are loaded with antioxidants, and they're just really good as you get older and you start driving at night. They help with your night vision. And so I always put, when they call for 2 carrots, I double it up, okay? And I put the tops on my carrots in my juicer. But these carrots here, they've been soaking in the water. I'm gonna rinse them off, make sure I get all the baking soda off of them, okay? But you just gotta make sure they're not too fat, because if they're too fat, they won't fit in the juicer, okay? So I'm just gonna slice this carrot in half, okay? Get it ready for the juicer. See, I made it skinny. All right, so those will go in the juicer. And after a while, as you get to know your juicer, you'll know what'll fit in there or what you need to cut. So it will fit in the juicer. Like this one's already skinny, that's gonna fit in the juicer. All right, so our next ingredient is gonna be ginger root. So we're gonna do 1 to 2 inches of ginger root. So I'm just gonna cut a 1-inch piece, and then I'm gonna cut another 1-inch piece. I love the pop that ginger gives to your juice. And then you're gonna do a lemon. So the recipe calls for 1/2 to 1 cup. 1/2 to 1 lemon. And this lemon is huge. Look how big that is. And that's gonna give it a lot of flavor, okay? So we're going to, now, let me talk about the lemon, okay? So one of the things that I do when I'm juicing my lemons and my oranges is I juice the whole thing. I juice the pulp on the inside, the pit is the white stuff on the outside, and the skin. Okay, so that's why it's important why you have to scrub your oranges, scrub your lemons, and I use a scrub daddy normally to scrub mine, which I couldn't find. Of course, I couldn't find it, so I had to go ahead and go live. But it's under the sink somewhere. And so just remember to scrub your lemon and your oranges really good, okay, before you start juicing them, okay? And remember from our previous classes, our previous Zooms, what did I say that you soak your fruits and vegetables in? Somebody post that in the comments. What do you soak your fruits and vegetables in when you are juicing? How do you get all that debris and that pesticides and all that stuff that you don't know what they put on there that you don't want to eat? How do you get it off of there? What do you soak your, here are my lemons. What do you soak your fruits and vegetables in? Does anybody remember? This is my 3rd Zoom class, so somebody's got to remember what we soak. And we're juicing this whole lemon, 1 full lemon. Boy, you should smell that. It smells amazing in here. Look at that. We're juicing all this, okay? So when you juice a lot of juices at one time, it's called bulk bulk juicing or batch juicing, when you just take a whole bunch of fruits and vegetables and you start juicing for the whole week. We call that batch juicing. Batch juicing. Okay, nobody's posted yet. What do we soak our fruits and vegetables in? This is an interactive class, and I love interaction. Going back to my younger days, where I was always the one that raised my hand with the teacher to answer the questions, because yes, I was the teacher's pet, because I love sharing information. So it started young. So we soak our fruits and vegetables in baking soda. Baking soda. Okay, you fill your sink up. You can put about 3 tablespoons of baking soda in some warm water, and then put your fruits and vegetables in there, and you just let it soak. Just let it soak. Okay, let it soak. All right. And then you can agitate it also with when you're washing clothes. And they call it agitation when the clothes go do like that. Just take your hand and swish it around, agitate the fruits and vegetables. That helps to get it extra germs off of it. All right, so let's see here. Okay. Yes, soak your fruits and vegetables in baking soda. Another alternative, and I'll show it to you guys, is apple cider vinegar. I found this apple cider vinegar at the BJ's the other day, and it's apple cider vinegar that's organic and it's raw, and it's at BJ's. And this is another alternative for you to clean your vegetables with. And I buy apple cider vinegar in bulk, and so sometimes I do it with baking soda, sometimes I do it with apple cider vinegar, but I don't do both. One or the other. Okay. All right, so let's get started here. So I'm going to start tonight with the Sinus 707 C juicer. I have 2 of my juicers lined up here for you guys. And we're going to start juicing with the Sinus 707 tonight, because that's my favorite. Everybody has a favorite of everything. My favorite juicer is the Sinus 707. Okay, why is this my favorite, you ask? I don't know, probably because it makes ice cream, it makes butters like peanut butter, almond butter, it makes cold pressed oils like olive oil and all these other oils. It just does so much. And so it's my favorite. All right, so we're gonna plug this in. There we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started juicing this. And I have my fruits and vegetables here ready to go. And I'm going to putting them in the juicer. But I want to talk about why we're using some of the fruits and vegetables that we're using tonight, because we're talking about a juice that's good for your sinuses. Okay, if you've got watery eyes, coughing, maybe you've got sneezing going on. I did an event on Saturday, and the young lady came over to the table, and her grandmother brought her over. She said, look at her eyes. They were puffy. They were itchy. She could barely talk. She was congested. And so we, number one, got her on sea moss right away, because the sea moss helps to get rid of all of that mucus that's causing her to be congested. But it also helps to just drain all of that out of there. And I told her mom she needs to get on my juicing classes so she can start juicing for her, because she's just having a hard time in school because she's distracted by all of these symptoms from her sinuses. So let's talk about some of the ingredients that we're going to be using tonight, okay, and why we're using them to help with sinus issues. So cucumbers, first and foremost, are very hydrating. Okay, one of the things about cucumbers is if you don't like drinking water, you just keep adding cucumbers to your juice. They're going to help with your hydration. Okay, because cucumber is mostly water. Okay, but it also is loaded with antioxidants. And the good thing about the cucumbers is staying hydrated helps to keep if you have any mucus in your body, it thins mucus out. But that's why I always recommend sea moss, because sea moss melts that mucus as well and gets it out of your body. Okay, it's going to remove it from your body. So the cucumbers thin the mucus, and we're going to add sea moss to our juice. The sea moss actually rids your body of the mucus. Okay, so the antioxidants also in the cucumber help to support your overall immune system. Okay, now, so we're going to start juicing. Let me make sure my volume is up. Bradley, can you do a volume check for me and let me know if you can hear me over the juicer? All right, so we're going to start with our cucumbers. And what did I say about the cucumber? I said it's very hydrating. Very hydrating. All right, y'all see that delicious cucumber juice going down into that juicer? Yes. Bradley, can you hear me okay? I need a sound check. Let me know if you can hear me. Kia, if you're still on, let me know if you can hear me. Okay, thank you, Bradley. All right, so we got cucumbers to start with, and the cucumbers are great for hydration. They give your juice a nice clean taste, fresh taste, and they're loaded with antioxidants. And staying hydrated if you're going through sinus issues is important, because the cucumbers helps to thin the mucus out, which helps to help move it out of your body. Okay? All right, so let's do next, we're going to do our carrots. Our carrots are rich in beta carotene. We know carrots are good for your eyes. Okay? The carrots also have vitamin A. It helps to reduce inflammation in the body and helps to improve any sinus symptoms that you're having in your body. So this recipe calls for 2 to 4 carrots. It's up to you how many you put in there. And I actually, when I juice my carrots, I leave the tops on them. Okay? Again, you scrub them to get the dirt off, but leave the tops on your carrots because the carrot tops have a lot of nutrients in them. Okay? And you can cut yours off if you want, but we leave ours on. Okay? Now, also the carrots help to reduce inflammation in your body. Okay, specifically your sinuses. And so with the reduced inflammation, this helps to improve your symptoms from your sinuses. Okay? All right. So I'm going to pause this for a minute because I want to show my new beginners what you're seeing in this beautiful silver container. That's called pulp. That's called pulp. Okay? That is called pulp. And you can actually take that and add it to your garden. Yes. And add it to your compost. And some people use it to make carrot cake, right? Because it still has some nutrients in there. It's just really dry. It doesn't have the juice in there. Okay? All right. So I just wanted to give you a visual of what's happening to, we call it pulp. What does it look like and where is it going? It's going right into this container, and then the juice is going in here. Okay? So next ingredient we have is our pineapple. This recipe calls for 1/2 to 1 cup of pineapple, but you know I'm extra. I added more. So pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain, 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 which is anti-inflammatory. Okay, so when I say anti-inflammatory, what that means is that helps to stop any pain that you might be experiencing internally. Okay, so pineapple fights pain in the body. Okay, the bromelain in the pineapple helps to reduce swelling in the sinuses, making it easier to breathe. Oh, let's get this pineapple in here. We need this pineapple so it can help us breathe And that's one of the things I noticed with the young lady on Saturday. She sounded really congested, like she couldn't breathe. Okay? So what the bromelain in the pineapple does is it relieves congestion. Okay? And it also has vitamin C. Vitamin C is great, again, for your immune system. So when you have sinus issues, you want to make sure you're boosting your immune system and keeping it strong. There's that core. What I tell y'all about that core. We're putting that core right in that juice because it has benefits, the minerals in it. We're not throwing that core away. Okay? Here's my pineapple. And I got two more pineapples. And then we're going to move on to ginger. Now, one of the questions that I do get from my clients regarding this juice is how often should I drink it? If you have sinuses, you can drink I would drink 6 to 12 ounces of this every day to help clean you out. Okay? 6 to 12 ounces a day is more than enough. You don't need a lot. Okay? She's struggling with that pineapple. All right. I think it's because I have that celery juice piece on there. Hold on, let me take it off. So one of the things that you'll learn as you get to know your juicers, you can tell when it's having a hard time, you gotta help it out. Help it out a little bit. My husband and I, we do this all the time in the middle of juicing. We might have to stop and clean the juicer. We might have to clean everything out and start all over. Okay? I think it's this little celery piece that I have on the end that's causing it to make that straining noise. So we're going to try to juice the pineapple without it. This little piece right here, I took it off. Let's see what it does now. Okay. All right. What do you guys think? Think that helped? One little cucumber in here. All right. Look how much more pulp is coming out. Yeah, of course it helps. This little piece is for celery. It gets more juice out of the celery. So I don't necessarily need it all. Okay, so our next ingredient is going to be ginger. So we're going to go ahead and drop our ginger. How many inches of ginger we're using tonight? 2. 2 inches of ginger. Ginger will take over your juice. So if you don't like ginger, or if you don't like a strong flavor, don't put a lot in there. You can even do a 1/2 inch until you get comfortable. But ginger is so good for your gut. It's also good as an anti-inflammatory. Okay, it's loaded with antioxidants, and it can help to reduce any inflammation in your nasal passage. Did y'all know that? Ginger is a beast. It's not just good for your gut, but it's also good for your nasal passages if you have sinuses, because it helps to reduce inflammation. Ginger also helps to alleviate congestion. Come on now, we're learning something tonight. You didn't know if you had a cold and you did some ginger, added some ginger to your tea, can help to alleviate congestion. It says also ginger has antimicrobial properties that help to fight off any infection. So usually when you have sinuses, it could lead to a sinus infection. So if you're taking ginger in your juices, it can help to avoid that sinus condition from turning into an infection. So ginger is really good for you. So now I'm adding my lemon. And of course, what did I tell you? I add the pulp, the pit, which is the white part, and the skin. Okay, because I want all of this goodness. But if you prefer, you can actually just cut the skin off and just do the pulp. It's up to you, okay? So the lemons are high in vitamin C, which is known to boost your immune system, okay? It supports your immune system in, infections. So lemon helps with infections and allergies, okay? So the acidic nature of the lemon juice can break down mucus as well. So a lot of times when you have sinus issues and you get that mucus issue going on, so between the sea moss and the ginger and the pineapple, right? All of this stuff is attacking mucus internally, right? And that mucus comes from dairy products, eating too many dairy products, eating a lot of sugar, and cancer cells, they feed off of mucus. So we want that mucus out of our body because usually a sick body has a lot of mucus in it. We want our body to be alkaline, right? That's why we're using the pineapples, and that's why we're using the lemons, because they're alkaline. All right, hold on 1 second. I want to show you something. I want to show you what this pulp looks like. Okay, that's from the lemons. And if you could smell that, oh, it smells so amazing. Okay, it smells really good. So that's called pulp, right? And what do we do with pulp? We put it in our garden. We allow it to be added to compost. Okay, so you could fertilize your plants with it. There's a lot of good uses for pulp. All right, so our juice is finished. So I want to stir it up. And so you're going to see the difference between this juicer that I'm using now and the Nama juicer that I'm going to do the next recipe with. The difference is this one, you have to stir your juice up. And the next juicer I'm getting ready to use, it does the stirring for you. All right, so I'm going to stir these ingredients up. Okay? All right, so let's talk about why we're mixing all of these ingredients up. Combining these ingredients provides a synergistic effect, offering hydration from the cucumbers, anti-inflammatory properties. What was anti-inflammatory? The ginger, the pineapple, the lemon. It's loaded with antioxidants, okay? Those same fruits and vegetables provided the antioxidants properties, and also nutrients. A lot of times you want to get ahead of the sinus problem. If you're having, sinuses, you want to get ahead of it because once it comes on, it's harder to get rid of. So I always say be proactive about it. If you have sinus issues and you know that we're coming upon spring, it may be good for you to start drinking this as soon as spring hits, before that pollen hits. To start getting all this good stuff, the antioxidants, the anti-inflammatory properties in your body, right? That's called being proactive. So when it hits, the pollen hits, you don't have, the symptoms, right? Be proactive about it, okay? And then last but certainly not least, this is my 2-week-old organic mint plant, right? We're gonna drop some of these mint leaves into our juice, okay? Because this refreshing helps to cool the nasal passage from the mint leaf when you drop it into your juice, okay? So let me get rid of this juicer. I'm going to put it down here, okay? Now, one of the things that I said that you're going to need when you are juicing is a funnel. You can get these from the dollar store, okay? These funnels are very easy to get from the dollar store. And so when I use the Sana juicer, I have to stir my juice up really good. Or if you put your juice in a bottle in the refrigerator, make sure you shake it up before you drink it, okay? So I'm gonna put my mint in first. Okay, you can also put this mint in the juicer if you want the juicer to get the juice out of the mint. Oops. Sometimes juicing can be messy. It's okay. It's part of life. I'll pour this fast. So one of the questions I will get is, how much juice will this recipe make? This is a 32-ounce bottle. So I would say approximately 32 ounces. Approximately. Because it depends on the size of your fruits and vegetables, right? And of course, we have to taste it, right, tonight, before we start our next recipe. We're going to give this a taste. Okay, and when you store this in the refrigerator, just put the top on and put it in the refrigerator. Typically, juice is good for 7 days in the refrigerator. I do want to say that when you are juicing for the week, and say you have 7 of these, you want to make sure you fill it all the way to the top. Don't leave any room up here. Even if it overflows, fill it all the way up to the top and put the top on like that. That helps to preserve it, making sure that there's no air in the juice. You don't want to start any oxidation. And so fill it all the way up to the top and put the top on. That'll preserve it so it lasts longer in the freezer. Okay, so we're going to taste our juice for sinuses. That lemon and that ginger. And lead in a race. But it tastes absolutely delicious. No straining needed with this recipe. Nope. You don't need to strain the juice. You just drink it. You want all those good benefits. A lot of times you get into straining when you're using a blender. This is a juicer. The blender has done all the straining for you. That's the benefit of the juicer. Okay. Now we can see if I can get my husband to come in here and taste this juice for you guys. This is really good. The combination of the cucumber, the lemon, the ginger. Delicious. Okay. So if I was storing this in the refrigerator, I will put the top on here and just put it in the refrigerator. This is about maybe 16 ounces. And then I would drink, again, you don't need a lot of juice. Like me and my husband, we can share this container right here. I'll give him, this is 16 ounces. So I'll drink 8 and he'll drink 8 ounces. Okay, you don't need a lot. 8 to 12 ounces is enough, more than enough juice. Okay, so I'm gonna put that aside and we're gonna start on our next recipe. Okay, so the next recipe is for migraines and headaches. A lot of people are suffering from migraines and headaches these days. Could be because of your sinuses, could be because of your blood pressure issues. It could be because you need a detox in your body. Okay, so today we're going to use the Nama juicer for this recipe. Okay, this is the Nama juicer, and as you can see, it's a little different than the Sana juicer. Okay, the main difference is that the Nama juicer has a chamber. This is called a chamber. Let me turn it around. And the purpose of the chamber is it when you'll see when I'm putting the fruits and vegetables through the funnel, the juice is going to stop here and it's going to mix. It's going to mix on its own. Okay. So, and then once it mixes for you, then I'll be able to just allow it to come out. You get to see the whole process. All right, let me plug this in. My plug. There we go. Okay. All right, so there's my Nama juicer. So when you're using the Nama juicer, you have to have a container. This came with the juicer for your pulp. And then you need a container for your juice. And they didn't give us a container for our juice, so we use a measuring cup because we have to measure a lot of times the juice as it's coming into the container. Okay, so she's ready now. All right, so my next recipe, Braylee, would you post the ingredients for this recipe? It calls for 2 oranges, 2 to 4 carrots, 2 celery stalks, and a half a cup of mint leaves, and 1 cup of grapes. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up my oranges. Okay? It calls for 2 oranges, and you know I'm extra, so I'm adding 3 because I want all that goodness from these oranges. And again, what did I say earlier? So as I chop my fruit up, I'm going to be putting them into this bowl here. Okay? And what did I say earlier? You make sure you wash your oranges and your lemons off really good because you use your scrub daddy. Okay? Okay, see, I'm slicing them so it's juicer friendly. Okay, that's important. You get to learn the size of your juicer, and each juicer seems to have a different size funnel. But if you slice it nice and thin, chances are you're going to get it in there. And again, that's my preference to slice the orange and leave the skin on. If you don't want to leave it on, that's up to you. You can take it off. I'm just trying to get all those nutrients and minerals from that orange, okay? All right. So our next ingredient is the oranges. We're going to do 2 to 4 carrots. And again, remember, I have my carrots soaking in, look at that, soaking in the water here. So we're going to, now these carrots are skinny enough to go down in there, but you can chop them up 1 to 2 inches. It's easier on the juicer, or you can slide them in there whole. Those are my carrots. Okay? This is a soothing citrus mint juice juice for headaches. All right, and so then my next ingredient is 2 celery stalks. I went to the store to get some celery and they were out. So just remember to add your celery, okay? And then you're going to do a half a cup of mint. Okay, I couldn't find any mint today either. All right. So as you start juicing, you're going to start growing your own things. It's so easy to grow peppermint, spearmint. You know, you go to the Lowe's, Home Depot, get some seeds, or you get a plant, and you just keep it, and it just smells amazing. First of all, just sitting on the counter in your house, and it's just so easy to grow. All you do is keep watering it, and then pot it in a bigger pot so it can keep growing. Okay, and then grapes, 1 cup of grapes. So those are my grapes, and I need a cup. So we're going to do 1 cup of grapes. All right, remember, this recipe is for headaches and migraines. So I'm going to stay tuned so I can tell you why we're using the ingredients that we are using. Now, I tried to find seeded grapes. I used to be able to get my seeded grapes from, that's my cup of grapes, from BJ's, but I went there the other day and the produce manager said they haven't gotten them in yet. But I do know that seeded grapes are available at BJ's, and that's normally what we use in our household, are the grapes with seeds. But tonight we're using seedless because that's all I could find, okay? So let's talk about the ingredients. Why are we using these ingredients together for reducing headaches and migraines, okay? So we're using the oranges because the oranges are high in vitamin C. They have flavonoids in them, and oranges help to reduce inflammation and support overall immune health, okay? We're using the carrots because the carrots not only promote eye health, but they reduce oxidative stress, which can contribute to headaches. Okay, so anytime you hear me say reduce inflammation, a headache causes pain. Boom, boom. A migraine, it's like, you have that sensation of pain, boom, boom, in your head. And so between the oranges and the carrots so far, they both help to reduce that oxidative stress, to reduce that pain, that throbbing pain that you might have from a headache or a migraine. Remember what I said earlier about staying ahead of your these conditions. If you know you get frequent headaches or migraines, you should be drinking this juice before you get it to keep you from getting it, right? You got to be proactive about some things. All right, the celery stalks, which we don't have, are loaded with electrolytes and minerals like potassium. This is essential for hydration and maintaining your fluid balance. So let's talk about that. Let me move this juicer from in front of my face. Why is hydration important to keep you from getting a migraine or a headache? Because a lot of times when we're dehydrated, we go and we grab, well, a lot of times when we have a headache or a migraine, we go and we grab aspirin, right? Motrin, or an aspirin to help with the pain. But it could be because you're dehydrated. You don't have enough fluid in your body, and your body's trying to tell you, I need some water. I need some hydration so I can move things around in your body. So the next time you get a migraine, try drinking 16 ounces of water and seeing if it subsides, if it starts to go away. It could be your body just telling you that I need more water, okay? So the celery contains potassium, which helps with your hydration. So now that I know that we need something hydrating in this recipe, I can substitute the celery for cucumbers, because cucumbers are very hydrating, right? And it's important, if you want to avoid getting headaches and migraines, that you stay hydrated, okay? So celery and cucumbers help with that. And a lot of folks ask me, can I just eat it? Why can't I just eat it? Well, you can eat it. But the benefit of juicing is it's pulling that juice out, that liquid out, all of those minerals and nutrients out through the fresh cold press process, so you can get more of them in you, because you can't chew enough cucumbers, you can't chew enough celery to get that same benefit. The juicer is doing it for you, if that makes sense. Okay, so then we have a half a cup. Yes, I said a half a cup of mint leaves. Tonight we're doing 3 because I couldn't find any. Okay, but normally this recipe calls for 1/2 a cup of mint leaves. Let me tell you why. Okay, so the mint provides a calming and soothing effect, and it helps to relieve any tension and reduce headache discomfort. Okay, I don't know if you heard it before. A lot of times I heard if you have a headache, suck on a peppermint or go get a peppermint. It'll help with the headache. It's the mint and the peppermint has that calming effect to help reduce the discomfort that you may be going through. Okay, and then last but certainly not least, we're going to add 1 cup of grapes. Why are we adding grapes to this? Because grapes are packed with antioxidants, and the natural sugars in the grapes provide energy, and they help to combat oxidative stress that can be used to trigger headaches. So that's the second time we've heard oxidative stress. When you are proactive and you prevent the oxidative stress from happening, maybe you won't be triggered and you won't get a migraine. So again, that's why I said it's important for, if you know you get headaches and migraines regularly and you don't have one, to drink this juice. Again, how many ounces? 8 to 12 ounces a day, to be proactive about getting all of these antioxidants, all of this hydration into your body, so it can help to keep you from being or getting a migraine or headache. Okay? All right, so let me see. Did I miss anything? All right, so let's go ahead and start juicing our recipe here. We're going to turn on the juicer. And we're going to make sure our cup is under there, because as soon as the juicer starts churning, if this is not closed, the juice is going to start coming out of there. So you got to make sure this right here on the nama is closed. Okay? All right, so let's start with our carrots. So I cut these up into nice chunks. And we're going to take our mint and we're going to drop it into this juicer. And pay attention to the chamber. Remember the last juicer, it was coming out as I was juicing. This juicer, it holds it in the chamber until I let it out. Okay, what happened? There we go. So the top came unloose. All right, there. So again, we said the carrots are rich in beta carotene. They loaded with antioxidants. They help to reduce inflammation and support overall immune health. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for watching the replay. Stay to the end and send me any questions or comments that you might have. Yes, thank you all for joining us tonight. Greatly, you're doing an amazing job. All right, so now we did the carrots. Now we're going to do the oranges. The oranges are high in vitamin C, flavonoids. They help to reduce inflammation, and they help to boost your immune system. See that juice accumulating there? This is called the chamber. Okay. And we're putting our oranges in there with the skin. Remember to scrub your oranges and your lemons. I love the color of this juice. All right, so I want to show you the pulp as well. So I'm going to turn this off and let you get a visual of what the pulp looks like. Again, this can go in your garden. This can go in your compost, right? Some people use the carrots to make carrot cake because they still have nutrients in them, okay? So you see the difference between that other juicer and this juicer. They don't give you anything to press this fruit down as you're going in. So you kind of gotta push it down in there. There we go. All right, almost done with the oranges. Of course, we're gonna do a taste test tonight, so stay tuned. See if I can get my husband to come in here and taste it for you guys. All right, she's beautiful. Look at how beautiful she is. All right. So now we're going to add our grapes. Remember, the grapes are packed with antioxidants and natural sugars. The grapes help to provide energy and combat oxidative stress that may trigger headaches. So those went in nice and easy. That was 1 cup of grapes. Let me see. Did I put all my ingredients in there? Yes, I put all of my ingredients in there. I'm going to let you see the pulp of the grapes too. Okay, so that's the pulp from the grapes. Okay, right now I'm smelling oranges. Oranges. Okay, so now I'm going to open this spigot here and the juice is going to come out. Look at that. Smells amazing. Okay, so you see the difference in the juicer? These juicers cost the same amount. They both were $3.99. And the difference is this has a chamber, and the other one, the juice goes right into a cup. Doesn't have a chamber to mix it for you. Okay, so we're going to pour our juice into a nice glass here so we can drink it. We're going to do a taste test. Let me give you guys a close-up of the juice so you can see what it looks like. And if you could smell this right now, you would smell oranges. Smells like fresh orange juice, but looks like carrot juice because it's a little thick. All right. Cheers, you guys. Cheers to a headache-free night. No migraines. It's sweet. I taste the carrots. I taste the oranges. Now remember, we're supposed to put a half a cup of mint in here. So had I done that, I would probably mostly be tasting the mint. Okay? So I want you guys to, if you have a green thumb, get yourself some peppermint, some spearmint plants. You can get some seeds and make a plant and start adding it to your tea, start adding it to your juices. It makes them taste so refreshing and so delicious, and it's so easy to do, and it's natural and organic, and you know that there's been no bugs on it because you grew it yourself, right? So there's no pesticides on it. So this is delicious. I think orange is the color tonight, y'all. Orange is the color tonight. All right. So both of our juices came out delicious. Remember I said all you have to drink is 8 to 12 ounces. You don't need to drink a lot of this. Like I said, I'll split this in half between me and my husband, and we'll actually share it. Or remember what I said about if you are making your own juice, and say I'm taking this 16 ounces of juice, and I'm filling this 16-ounce container up. What do I want to do? I want to make sure that I fill it all the way up to the top. Okay? And then I want to put the top on, right? And then I want to store it in the refrigerator like this. Now, if you're freezing these juices, you want to leave about 1 inch at the top, because what happens to juice when it freezes is it expands. And so when it expands, you don't want your jar to break. And so you want to leave some room for it to expand once it turns to ice during the freezing. So if you look at these juices, they look the absolute same, but they're not. This is the one for migraines and headaches. This is the one for sinuses. Yes, these can be mixed together to make a whole nother juice. So I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. I hope that you got value. I hope that you learned something. And if you know someone with sinuses or someone that has migraines, share this with them. Forward this link to them so they can watch this. One of the wonderful things about fruits and vegetables is they're so easy to juice. And I always say, go see if you can find a juicer at the local thrift store before you invest in one, to make sure that you think that this is going to be something that you continue doing. Because a lot of times people buy these juicers and they donate them to the thrift store because it looks very sweet. No, it's not very sweet, but it looks sweet because of the orange color to them, right? But it actually is not very sweet. It is a little bit sweet. On a scale of 1 to 10 regarding sweetness, I would say this is probably a 5 or 5.5. And if you are diabetic, I'm glad you said that, Braylee, you can adjust this recipe by adding more celery, right? You can adjust it by adding more carrots. You can adjust it by adding some of the things that are not as sweet, more lemons, right? Usually if I do 1 sweet, I'll do 2 not sweet. So I might do carrots, and then I'll do a celery, and I'll do a cucumber, right? Because that'll help you so you don't have a lot of that sugar in there, okay? So I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. I know I went over my time, but I ain't worried about it. It ain't that serious. I wanted to give you the value, give you the information. And again, if you're watching the replay, feel free to post any comments or any questions that you have about tonight's session in there. I'm happy to circle back and answer any questions that you may have. I appreciate you guys. This takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. And I appreciate you coming on and being on with me the whole time. You guys have a great evening. Next week's class I'm going to be teaching is on, what am I doing next week? It's either the liver or the kidney. I think I'm doing a juice for the liver because that keeps coming up. A lot of folks are having liver challenges, and I want to make a couple juices to promote a healthy liver. So if you know someone that has liver challenges, please share the event for next week. Have them come on. And just as easy as it is for them to juice these fruits and vegetables, if they don't have a juicer, they can eat them and start adding them to their diet more. Okay. Bradley, if you will post the link for the juicer, the Sana 707, doesn't matter, red or green grapes. Jennifer, does it matter if you use red or green grapes? This recipe just called for the red ones. But if you want to reduce the sugar content, you can use the green ones. That's the wonderful thing about juicing, is that you can make it and adjust it so it works for you. Maybe you don't want it as sweet. The grapes are still going to give you the antioxidants, and they're still anti-inflammatory. And you're just changing the sugar content by going from red to green. Okay, just like apples. A lot of times I use green apples in my juices because they're not as sweet. But if you want it to be sweeter, a lot of time with the kids, you might use a red apple with some carrots, so the kids will like it, just to get them started with juicing. But a lot of times I use the green apples because as we get older, we don't want it to be as sweet because we don't want as much sugar in it. Okay, I hope that answers your question, Jennifer. So Bradley, if you would post the link for the juicer, if you purchase the Sana 707C juicer, this one here, the white one that I started with, you will get 15% off with this link that she's posting in the feed. And they are offering free shipping. Again, I love this juicer because, let me put it up here for you. I love this juicer because not only does it make juice, it makes ice cream, it makes nut butters, it makes cold pressed, fresh cold pressed oils. These juicers they're heavy too, y'all. I want to put it back up here so I can do my little Sana 707C commercial. In case you're just coming on and you didn't see the juicer, this is the one that I'm talking about. It comes with a nice glass jar. It comes with this beautiful metal container that holds the pulp. And then it comes with a bunch of attachments that you put here. And the attachments are for ice cream, for celery, you can eat, I forgot. You can make fettuccine, spaghetti. You can make vermicelli, that's the skinny one, the real skinny one, with this machine. So I think that's why it's my favorite, because it's so versatile. And so in addition to juicing, you can do all these other things with it. So it's an investment. It's an investment in yourself and in your family. They both are. But this one just gives you a little bit more versatility if you like making some of the things that I mentioned. Okay. And again, there's the link. That's for my Amazon influencer page. You guys go to my Amazon page. If you're an Amazon customer and follow me on Amazon, I am officially an influencer on Amazon. What does that mean? It means I make recommendations. And when you go and purchase the items that I recommend, that I get paid. It's about time. It's only been 20 years. I've been sharing information. It's time for me to start getting paid. So click on that link or copy and paste that link into your browser and follow me on Amazon. I'm super excited about being an influencer on Amazon now. I went there and I set up my page, and you'll see all of the recommendations, the juicers. I also put some budget-friendly juicers on my Amazon page. Maybe you have a budget and you can't spend $400 for a juicer right now. Maybe you go to the thrift store and you can't find one. I put some budget-friendly juicers ranging at $100 and up, between $100 to $400 in there, that are 5-star juicers that are a good investment for you to get started. Okay. You'll find those on my Amazon influencer page. You'll also find all the tools you'll need, the knives, the cutting board, the apron, if you want to do an apron, Scrub Daddy. I put Scrub Daddy on there. And anything you buy there and you click a link on, I'll get a percentage and a commission on. Let's see, what else? And then, let's see. You get the 15% off if they're offering free. Yes, you get 15% off. I'll go back in this feed and post the link. I still don't see the link for the 15% off. Just message me if you want that link. I don't think she's able to find it. And I'll be happy to send it to you so you can save 15% off and get free delivery. So y'all have a great night. Thanks for coming on tonight. I certainly appreciate you. I know you got value because I gave a lot of value. The question is, are you ready to start juicing for you and your family? You have to really ask yourself that because it's a huge commitment, but it's well worth it. Y'all have a great evening, and I'll see y'all next Monday. Remember, I'm going to be doing a juice for the liver next week. And if you know anybody who needs support, just make sure you share the live. It's on our Facebook page. All right. Thank you. There it is. The Sinus USA 707. Thank you, Kia. Kia just posted it on there. That's the 15% off link for the, looks like the H is missing in the beginning. Just put an H in the beginning and you'll be able to go there and get the 15% off. Okay. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm going to go and get me some rest because I got a busy day tomorrow. Be well.